Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Excel. In this module, I want to show you some of the more common key commands that you can use in Excel. So down the right here, I've got a list of the key commands and what they do, and I'm just going to go through each of these. So the first one is, if you want to select the whole table, it is Ctrl A, select all, and that will select the table. And you've got this option coming up at the bottom now, look, if you want to format that in any way. If you want to select a particular row, it's Control, Shift, and right arrow. Control, Shift, right arrow will select the row. If I keep that down and go down, it's going to select the whole table as well. Likewise, if I want to select a column, Control, Shift, and down arrow will select the column, and if I keep it down and go right, it will then select the whole table as well. Now to move a column, so let's say I want the spend column to be second, I can highlight it, sit my mouse on this little dividing line, that symbol there, click it, drag it, hold my shift key down, and then let go, and it will swap those two columns around. I'm just going to do Control Z, which is undo, to bring that back. Now, to format cells, quite often people want to get into format cells. The key command is Control 1. Control and number 1 will give you format cells. It's probably the one thing to remember. If you can't find things on the ribbon, Control 1 will get you in here, and it's probably in here. Next one down is the GoTo command. It's Control G, GoTo. That will give you GoTo, and then you've got special there. If you want to go into special, you can find other options, but GoTo is Control G. Now create a chart. As long as you're in the data, you don't need to highlight it. There's two ways to create a chart. The F11 key will put a chart on a separate sheet. If I press F11, that's created a chart on a separate sheet. You can see it down there. If I come back onto this sheet and do the next one, Alt F1, the Alt key and F1 function key will create that same chart on this sheet, which is quite cool. And it just automatically highlighted the data that it picked it up. And I'm going to delete that one off. So that's the chart on this sheet. So apply borders is Alt plus 6. So I'm in there. Now if I just do Alt plus 6, it's just going to be a border on that cell. So I'll do Control A and then Alt and number 6. And that should apply borders to that area there. So it has done. Spell check in all Microsoft packages is the F7 function key, which will run the spell check. I'm not going to change that. F7 spell check. The only function of nearly 500 functions that has a key command is the sum function, which is that one there, Alt and equals. If I get to the bottom there and do Alt equals, it's the same as clicking on the sum button. It's doing exactly the same. I'll just tick that. All right, so that's the total. Now send this spreadsheet as an email is this key command Alt plus 5. So if I go Alt and then number 5, it should attach this file to an email. Well, it will attach this file to an email. There it is. I've not saved the file. If I close that down, we're back to this. So basically, when you hold the Alt key down, you'll get letters appearing on the screen like that. So the Alt key plus those letters or numbers is what you need to use to get that feature. So you can see I've got things on the quick access toolbar at the top there, and that's a good way of finding out what the actual key command is, because it's giving you, with the Alt key down, it's giving you the numbers. So I could also do Alt 09, that's the sum function. It's also telling me there when I point to it, Alt equals. Screen capture, that one there, Alt 08, and all these other features there, straightforward. And then you've got the main letters for the menus on here. So you can just click that and it will apply that. So if I try Alt and W, for example, it's gone onto the View tab. There's all these other sets that you can utilize to get into features. So the Alt key is quite a useful thing to know about. It's not a new feature. It's been around 600 years. If you want to move between sheets, if you click on, like I'll click on the Chart 1 sheet, and then basically do Control and page down. That will move across the sheet tabs. I've got Control page down. Control page up will go back through the sheet tabs like so. So I'll come back to the main one. If you do Control and Tab, that will go through, rotate through, I'm keeping pressing it, all the open Excel files that you might have. So I've got this blank one, I've got the one I've been on all along, and then I've got this one, and I'm just pressing my Tab key to go through them. If you press Alt Tab, it will navigate through the windows that you've got open, but Control Tab through files, Excel files that you've got open. So I'll just go back onto the main one. So that's all I want to talk about on this little video, how you can use some shortcuts in Excel to get yourself around a spreadsheet. So hopefully that information is of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.